shake the old man card thing. Who old man?
Yeah, who the old man?
Uncle Mac did go see mommy when she was like, didn't you?
I actually got I found some pictures. And they have clothes on. So can't have clothes on.
Oh, wow, because that one.
The picture
Not a pleasing sight. With his legs crossed like a grown man. Oh, there you go, Blake.
Oh my goodness, y'all gonna be so excited because when it's time to move, I'm gonna be hucking and chunking the fuck out of this shit in here. Shenanigans think that I move slow now. I'm gonna be fucking You tired as a bitch, but I don't care.
As soon as they call me and say we want to close it on this day, everything is getting moved. I'm calling every company, Comcast, BDE. We out of here. I gotta call Nationwide. I'm gonna call them like the first of the year because that I don't know what to do about this renters policy. I don't want to cancel it and then something, God forbid, happen. Because you know how things work.
I'm fucking calling little Anthony when you free.
Can you switch it over to the new house? So I'm gonna ask them, but then the mortgage. I know I see the mortgage company saying that we gotta.
How old me?
Yeah. I don't know.
We gotta do like a year with them for the house.
Yeah, so I might have to cancel it and then I might pick it up. Because there's something built into the mortgage. It's $100, so that gotta be the
rental.
The homeowner's insurance or some shit. It's like all this extra shit, all this extra money I gotta look.
I think you did ask the guy if we can get it on our own, but he was telling me that it's already built in.
It is built into it. It's like $100 or something.
It's crazy.
Bro, she didn't call me at some stupid ass time. I'm gonna just start getting the shit together now.
Well, luckily financially we're good because at the rate this motherfucker going, he gonna call us to the last minute. And I'm glad we not like last minute.
Well, I had the money in the bank for like a year.
Yeah.
So
don't talk about without cards and shit having our cards at a sturdy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna clean up all my stuff. What's wrong, baby? Oh, let me just reach my hand in there. Just touch. He was in there shaking Bertha, so I had to pull the plate. He was shaking. I said, that TV can't take all that. It's an old TV. Shaking Bertha. That's that TV nigga. She's been hanging since 2013. Well, how long I had a TV since 2011? I had a TV for a long time. That's when they first started making those.
Yeah, he's not gonna get out.
Yes, the tree thing on Christmas, he fell and cracked his face.
That's when he's determined to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he was.
No, that's because he's tired of you putting that in there.
I don't care. Watch this stuff. I found a video with Daniel Turner flipping all over his playpen. This is what this one has to do.
How do you know?
You want that phone.
I'm saying, chill. Blake looked like he belonged to Renee.
Yo, planking. Bro, you better hurry up. If you don't want to set this shit by 11:30, I'm not playing. I got shit to do.
This. You know what? We're going to drag this bag out. Let me go get it. We're going to hold the top before we go get this stop it. Stop the door.
Oh, there we go.
Is this the one with Blake clothes in it? Yes, okay. Because that baby is about to have 90% the size of Daniel and he's 6 months. He's big. He can handle it.
Wait.
Oh, George.
Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Herbert off of play action. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He's going to keep this again. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Desmond Ridder, 25 yards. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 60. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, L.A. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it, They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs, finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready. Ready. And cycle. 10.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 48 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Nasir Adderley that time making the tackle. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
third down. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7 our score. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Running on first down, Eckler.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Donald Parrow.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers have cut it back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Hopkins with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 80 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Herbert now. He's got Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, They can be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Let's go!
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Ready. On the ball.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
That's good for Las Vegas.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Chris Rumph charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what need... Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jacobs trying to run on first down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Able to find Waller, that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is this depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out right at the 35. 55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Herbert on 1st down now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is a counter play. Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Eckler, they run left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
23 yards, the final tally.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Eckler, touchdown, Chargers. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. You got the big lead defensively.
willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. His throw complete right side to the tight end, Parham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on them.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Now it's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 42, Raiders 28.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Running is Jacobs. Oh, and he'll wind up losing yardage on the play. You cannot have that. And also 4th down now. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent.